Alright everybody, welcome back to another edition here of Monday Night Raw. How are y'all doing? My name is Dominic, of course, behind the commentary table, and we are live and sold out right here in Omaha, Nebraska for a night of intense action. We're kicking it off with some tag team branded action as the War Raiders, there you see them, Hanson on the left, Rowe on the right, are looking to do battle against Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Okay, we haven't really seen too much of the War Raiders in the past few months here on Monday Night Raw, and some time here on Monday Night Raw. In fact, their last high-profile matchup was on NXT. Okay, as NXT was shutting its doors with NXT TakeOver the End, Hanson and Rowe were looking to be named the last ever NXT Tag Team Champions, going up against, oddly enough, the newest members of the Raw roster in British Strong Style, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. If you didn't see the last episode of Monday Night Raw, well, you'd be in for a treat as British Strong Style made their debut here, and Tyler Bates in singles action put on a hell of a performance. However, right now this is some tag team action on what is set to be a chaotic and, as always, incredibly interesting episode of Monday Night Raw. We've got a lot to get through. We've got Paul Heyman with something to say. We've got the United States Championship main event as Shinsuke Nakamura is set to take on Kalisto. We've got the newly acquired Io Shirai versus the Raw Women's Champion, Nia Jax. But right now, making their way to the ring, there you see him, Roman Reigns on the left, and the Royal Rumble winner, the man who will be fighting Adam Cole for the Universal title at WrestleMania, Seth Rollins on the right. Of course, Seth Rollins last week getting a singles victory against Sin Cara in a very back and forth yet quick matchup. However, tonight, Seth Rollins is going to want to show the world that he can also get it done in tag team action alongside Roman Reigns. However, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a very difficult task for them. The War Raiders are an incredible duo in their own right, so let's see if they can get the job done, and here we go. Roman Reigns and Rowe kicking it off right now, the two powerhouses of the respective teams. And I know if you've never seen War Raiders before, you'd be thinking to yourself, what? Hanson, he's this massive competitor. How is he not the powerhouse? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat if you've never seen the War Raiders before. However, Rowe, launches himself towards Roman Reigns, but Reigns, tries to fight back, but instead gets a brutal knee strike right to the gut. And the action already is underway here as Hanson comes into the ring, but instead he gets a kick right to the leg. Oh god, but he lands a brutal punch right to the jaw of Roman. And you gotta think, of course, Adam Cole is probably watching this one very closely. Seth Rollins, there you see, the Royal Rumble winner, the man who will be fighting Adam Cole for his Universal title at WrestleMania, getting a good look at Hanson. However, Hanson perhaps regretting, that taunt to Seth Rollins as Roman Reigns sends him flying into the air. That's not what I mean technically by Hanson's incredible agility, okay? However, he's getting tossed around the ring by both Seth and Roman, but Seth goes for the first cover of the matchup, but only a 1 count as Hanson kicks out of it. And now, wait a second, Seth showing off his own agility there with the DDT off the middle rope. And now, here we go. Now we're getting some of that trademark Seth Rollins action. But Hanson gets up almost immediately as he's trying to fight back here. Going after Seth Rollins, goes for a punch. Instead, there you see Seth, taking an opportunity to taunt to Hanson, who took an opportunity to taunt Seth Rollins just a few moments ago. As Hanson, goes for a clothesline. Instead, wait a second, Seth Rollins goes for a knee, but, god, Hanson! Springboard off the middle rope connecting. And now Hanson shows off that incredible agility I was just talking about, makes the tag to Rowe, and now, with a knee strike right to the gut before another one, this time right to the jaw by Rowe. And Seth Rollins not looking too good. And you gotta think every maneuver that impacts Seth Rollins leads a big old smile on Adam Cole's face. As right now, wait a second, they're not done showing off that tag tag team prowess. Launching him into the air for the power slam. Does Rowe. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Okay, Seth Rollins, he's got to be thinking about his upcoming WrestleMania match. He does not want to gain an injury tonight. However, right now, Hansen, he's trying to fight back against Seth, who's doing the same thing. Look at that ripcord knee strike connecting. Ripcord goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count there off the knee strike. No, wait a second. The big man Hansen gets up. Oh, and he makes the tag to Rowe. Perhaps a smart tactic. Okay, he takes a brutal knee strike right to the jaw. He needs to take a moment to compose himself. So that's exactly what he does. He tags in Rowe, who hits him with the chop. But Seth Rollins, he gets up almost immediately, showing off that heart. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count shows up that resiliency to get up, to never die here tonight. And Seth Rollins, who's a very difficult opponent for any man, tags out to perhaps, an equally dangerous Roman Reigns, who goes for a stomp, but instead goes for another strike. As these two men back and forth here tonight, the two men who kicked off this tag team affair. Roman Reigns, there you see, in the all-black attire as he gets tossed. It crossed the ring, and he gets a brutal forearm strike for his troubles off the rebound. And the cover. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. As Roman now not looking too good, he gets up. And instead gets a forearm strike and then a headbutt. As he makes the tag to Hansen, seemingly having something in mind. And there you see the raw size of Hansen being used to deliver a vicious tag team maneuver to take down Roman. But Roman gets up quickly, trying to fight through the pain here. But instead Hansen, he gets picked up. Powerbomb position, perhaps it connects Razor's Edge into the powerbomb, slamming Hansen down, showing off that incredible raw power of the big dog himself. As Roman, with a Superman punch connecting. Right to the jaw of Hansen, goes for the cover. 1, 2, no, but Rowe breaks it up for the War Raiders here, perhaps saving this tag team match. And there you see Roman Reigns, not appreciative of that showmanship, of that, as a punch to the face by Hansen, of that display of tag team acumen, trying to save his partner from perhaps losing this match on behalf of the War Raiders. However, Hansen, he's not looking too good following that Superman punch, perhaps it knocked him a bit loopy here. And Seth Rollins, he gets tagged in, looking to perhaps use that, use that perhaps barely conscious mind of Hansen as a means to garner a victory for himself and Roman Reigns, as Seth gets picked up by Hansen, who's still fighting with the pile driver, dropping him on the top of his head. We've seen him use that maneuver to defeat so many other competitors. Will he do it here tonight? 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count there, and Seth Rollins somehow gets the shoulder up. Okay, I mentioned it before, the heart, the guts of Seth Rollins, the never say die attitude of Seth Rollins is almost unmatched here on Monday Night Raw, and you are witnessing why I made that claim, as Seth Rollins just takes a brutal pile driver, and he gets up and immediately into a knee there. Okay, if Rowe hit him any harder, I believe Seth Rollins' jaw might have collapsed off his skull. And right now, Seth, he is not looking good in the slightest. With a big running forearm strike once again by Rowe. Hansen watches on, Seth trying to fight back. Roman Reigns, he desperately needs to make a tag here, or perhaps not, as the agility on display of Seth Rollins, the incredible agility. Curb stomp connects. 1, 2, no, and he gets the shoulder up. Seth Rollins can't believe it. And frankly, neither can I. Seth Rollins with a curb stomp out of nowhere. And yet, it wasn't enough to keep him down. However, Seth, I don't know if this is a smart tactic. Okay, if I was Seth Rollins, I would want to tag in Roman Reigns right now, but instead, he's deciding not to, as Hansen is starting to fight back here. Oh, and he takes him down with the hip toss. Roman, he wants to make a tag, but instead Rowe punches him off the apron like Roman Reigns did a few moments ago to that man himself, Rowe, who tosses him across the ring, makes the tag to Hanson, and wait a second, Seth, he's in a dangerous predicament, and they cover off the fallout. 1, 2, 3, and this one's over. And the War Raiders getting the job done, but Seth Rollins, okay, perhaps there was a lapse in his judgment. Okay, it looked like Seth Rollins following the curb stomp, he was in complete shock and disarray, but also you gotta think he was in a lot of pain following all the punishment he took from Hanson and Rowe collectively. So instead of tagging Roman Reigns for some reason, he decided to try to perhaps prove something to Adam Cole, perhaps trying to prove something to everybody, saying, hey, you know what, I'm the Royal Rumble winner for a reason. And it looks like that may have come back to bite him, but wait a second, speaking to Adam Cole, there you see the Universal Champion himself looking down the ramp at Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. But I think more specifically as WrestleMania opponent Seth Rollins, who following that loss perhaps ain't feeling too good, and it looks like Adam Cole is perhaps rubbing it in the face. However, ladies and gentlemen, even though Adam Cole is the Universal Champion, we've got a United States Championship matchup later on tonight in our main event of the evening. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kalisto. It's going to be a hell of a fight, judging by their last encounter. However, let me turn your attention to Paul Heyman. Well, what a challenge made by Paul Heyman. It seems as though Heyman and Brock want Finn Balor at WrestleMania. Now, sure, I'll admit I'm not particularly a huge fan of either man's attitude, but I mean, I can respect the idea. I mean, Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor, if that's what's going to happen, I am down for that. I can only imagine that is going to be one hell of a David versus Goliath style matchup, just like how this next match should be a David versus Goliath encounter, as the Raw Women's Champion herself, Nia Jax, stares off into the crowd, ready for her opponent, the newest female combatant here on Monday Night Raw, making her debut at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. It's going to be Nia Jax versus none other than this woman right here, the woman who has sent shockwaves throughout the Raw roster, Io Shirai. Okay, at the tail end of Io's career in NXT, she transformed into this maniacal, this dangerous competitor, striving for success. And perhaps tonight, if she were to get a victory against Nia Jax, well then, she may be just one step closer to gaining some level of success here in the WWE. However, ladies and gentlemen, only time will tell. Okay, we've got an entire match to get through. Io Shirai, she's here tonight. She's looking for a fight Will she be able to get the job done against her opponent, Nia Jax? Only one way to find out. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to see what happens, okay? Io Shirai coming off of a big victory against Dakota Kai last week in her Raw debut, as she's immediately going after, oh, Nia Jax hitting her with everything she's got here. Okay, running off the ropes again, but instead the raw size of Nia Jax being used to her advantage, just stopping her dead in her tracks. God, and then just crushing her there. We've seen that before by Nia Jax. Okay, she's the Raw Women's Champion, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta think, if Io Shirai were to win this, well, then perhaps Nia Jax's WrestleMania plans as the Raw Women's Champion could feature this young competitor in Io Shirai. However, ladies and gentlemen, Io Shirai has a massive uphill battle to climb here as she, once again, bounces off the ropes, and there you see runs into her with the forearm strike connecting, and now again with these quick strikes on her opponent. However, Io Shirai now with the kicks right to the leg. Not one, not two, but a trifecta of kicks right to the leg of the champion. But Nia Jax moves out of the way, and there you see, launching Io Shirai into the turnbuckle. Oh, God, and then there you see again. Okay, launching her into the turnbuckle post, and there you see the raw size, the power of Nia Jax, almost unmatched. Okay, it seems as though it'll take at least 15 strikes by Io Shirai to equate to one strike by Nia Jax, judging by the size difference between the two, and that's Nia Jax's big game plan. That's why she is so dominant here on Monday Night Raw. It's because she is just, a towering figure in comparison to everybody else in the Raw Women's division. Okay, she's beaten the likes of Asuka. She's beaten the likes of Toni Storm, Shayna Baszler. The list goes on, but Nia Jax gets taken down nonetheless by Io Shirai, who's still in the fight, launches herself towards Jax with a running knee. As now there you see Nia runs to the outside, and immediately Io Shirai now launching herself towards Jax with the dive onto Nia. Okay, Nia Jax coming into this one looking to prove her own dominance. Io Shirai looking to prove that she's the new dominating figure here on Monday Night Raw against the champion. As Jax, gets a dropkick there by Io Shirai. Springboard dropkick into the ring. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. Okay, last week, after Io's victory over Dakota Kai, Nia Jax decided to make her presence known to her opponent tonight before being launched to the outside of the ring, and now she's being launched into the mat, and there you see, she's got her here in the crossface. Does Io Shirai, and Nia Jax throughout this entire matchup has not been doing too good. Perhaps this could be the finishing moments, but instead Nia Jax gets out of it with a boot right to the gut. And there you see Io Shirai, once again, being launched perhaps into the air. They call her the genius of the sky, Io Shirai. However, she couldn't get out of that one. Sure, she may be a genius, but sometimes she realizes that the sky, that gravity itself will come back to bite her as she gets launched into the air. But right now, she goes up to the top rope once again, seeing this as an opportunity, perhaps going for the moonsault here. But there you see Nia Jax realizing the danger in the situation, intelligently going onto her stomach to make sure that Io can't hit her with the moonsault, but instead she, oh my God! Instead, Io Shirai goes for another front dropkick. Okay, there's a reason why they call it high risk. Okay, she just gets, dropped onto the mat following that front dropkick attempt, and then she takes a leg drop. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. It looked like such a rough landing for Io Shirai. Nia Jax, however, sees this as an opportunity perhaps to turn the tide in her favor, but Io Shirai nonetheless trying to battle through the pain. Okay, she landed on, I believe, the back of her head. Okay, that could have led to some serious injury, and perhaps Io Shirai, she may be hurt, and oh my God, but brutal elbow right to the back of the head did not help her. As Nia Jax now has her in the corner. Io Shirai, however, trying to fight back. Oh, against the larger competitor in Nia Jax. As Io Shirai now, she needs to slow down the pace. She needs to worry about her health here tonight. And perhaps that may be exactly what she's doing. Okay, hitting her with the knee strike there, right to the chest, right to the face. No, wait a second, perhaps looking to finish off the matchup, but no! Looking to finish off the matchup with the moonsault, but Nia Jax gets the knees up at the last possible moment. And Io Shirai is not looking so good. Oh, she takes her down again with another slam and again with the leg drop. Io Shirai now not looking too good at all here tonight. As Nia picks her up. Seems to have something in mind here, looking out towards the crowd. Looking out towards the hard cam, perhaps sending a message to everybody as the Samoan drop connects. And the cover now, 1, 2. No, and she gets the shoulder up! Io kicks out of the Samoan drop! Io somehow kicks out of the Samoan drop, and Nia Jax now stunned! Absolutely stunned, and who can blame her? As now, here we go, Io Shirai gets up and we've got a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Shirai trying her best to fight back against everything that Nia has done to her thus far. And this matchup goes for a running knee, but wow, Nia Jax showing off some incredible speed there to get out of that predicament. As Io Shirai now is trying to fight back again. She's looking at her here, hits her with the strikes. Okay, perhaps a bit slow for Io Shirai, but nonetheless, she's trying to fight back, and well, those slower strikes may have just cost her this matchup, as that brutal clothesline damn near taking her head off. Connects on Io as Io is slow to get up, very slow to get up. Nia Jax lying in wait. Oh, however, Io Shirai nonetheless gets out of it with a kick to the gut. Gets out of it with a kick to the gut. And now once again, the crossface connecting. The crossface firmly applied here on the champion. She's got her now. Nia Jax has got nowhere to go. She's in the middle of the ring. She can't reach the ropes. She's in the middle of the ring. Oh, but there you see, once again, she gets out of it with another kick to the gut. But Io Shirai now trying to fight back here. Trying to fight back here against Nia Jax. Oh, but instead Jax kicks her right in the leg. Oh, but now it's a kick to the leg by Io Shirai that connects on the champion. Oh, before being just sent down into the mat. No, wait a second, she's not done. Oh god, but perhaps she is. She goes for another leg drop, and again, Io Shirai gets out of the leg drop predicament, sending her into the corner. And now here we go, Io Shirai trying to fight back here. As she looks down, and Nia Jax runs towards her and connects again with the running knee. And Io Shirai sees this as an opportunity, perhaps. And Io waits for her opponent to get up. Waits for the opponent to get up, but she gets caught. She gets caught, gets a punch to the face. And now, oh, come on, no. Io Shirai gets taken down with another Samoan drop. And the Samoan drop out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. Nia Jax gets the job done. However, you have to commend Io Shirai. What a battle here between these two ladies. Okay, that is a main event worthy matchup in my opinion. We haven't even gotten to the main event title match. Nia Jax and Io Shirai putting on a clinic here. Io Shirai doing everything she can. And sure, I may not be the biggest fan of Io Shirai's attitude, but even I have to admit, I was definitely cheering for a victory for the newest Raw Women's competitor. However, right now, none other than the Raw Women's Champion gets the job done. And as we lead into WrestleMania, the question once again has to be asked: who can stop her? Well, I can't say that I don't understand the frustrations of Seth Rollins, because I absolutely do. Okay, the idea of Seth Rollins not looking good going into WrestleMania is an idea that has been tossed around over the past few weeks here on Monday Night Raw. Sure, he's gained a few victories. However, when it comes to the big-time matches, and this is sort of how he's always seen himself. Okay, Seth Rollins, he does incredibly well leading into these massive matches, but then when push comes to shove, he can't seemingly get the job done in a big match environment. Just like how alongside Roman Reigns, he couldn't get the job done against these two men, Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson, at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. As the Raw Tag Team Champions have occupied the ring, you gotta be asking yourself, what do they have to say? Oh, wait just a second there! Gallows and Anderson, the Raw Tag Team Champions, saying that they have beaten every other tag team on Raw. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, as of last week, is a very incorrect statement. As there you see him, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, the last ever NXT Tag Team Champions, are here on Monday Night Raw. The club, the British Strong Style, getting a good look at each other here. Well, it seems as though Gallows and Anderson have found their WrestleMania opponents. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne staring down the Raw Tag Team Champions as a WrestleMania British Strong Style versus the club for the Raw Tag Team titles, and I can't wait for that tag team encounter. However, ladies and gentlemen, next week, to turn your attention over to what's going to be happening next week, the Universal Champion Adam Cole will be in a sit-down interview of some sorts next week. What will happen and what exactly will Adam Cole have to say? But also next week, we heard it earlier, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns will be in some tag team action, and it has been confirmed that that tag team match will consist of Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and their opponents, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish of the Undisputed Era. And you gotta think, if Adam Cole wasn't paying attention to every Seth Rollins match, well, you know he'll be paying attention to that one. However, ladies and gentlemen, now, following such incredible news, such exciting announcements here on Monday Night Raw, it's time to move on to our main event of the evening, as Kalisto is set to go one-on-one with Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States title. Okay, Kalisto and Shinsuke Nakamura fought in a very, very back and forth, almost completely even matchup a few weeks ago. The winner, of course, receiving a shot at Elimination Chamber for the United States Championship. And, well, as you can tell, Shinsuke Nakamura walked out of that match not only the winner in his number one contenders match, but also walked out of Elimination Chamber as the United States Champion. The new United States Champion here on Monday Night Raw. There you see him, the King of Strong Style, the man who beats both Roderick Strong and Tommaso Ciampa at Elimination Chamber to win the United States Championship. Okay, Tommaso Ciampa obviously not here tonight. King Booker still incredibly pissed off at Ciampa, in fact, punishing him for what happened a few weeks ago with Ciampa attacking King Booker backstage to get into that United States title match. Okay, Tommaso Ciampa, he went one-on-one against a surprise opponent, none other than one half of British Strong Style, Tyler Bate, last week. King Booker gave him the night off tonight. However, two men who are going to be competing are none other than these two men, Nakamura, Kalisto. High-profile encounter between these two men. It's about the United States title, and in my opinion, Kalisto, he has always been fingertips away, following the breakup of the Lucha Dragons, fingertips away from that, the United States Championship. So now the question is, will he finally get his hands, his fingers on that United States title? Or will Kalisto, just like with Tommaso Ciampa, just like with Roderick Strong, prove almost unworthy of the United States Championship? But that's no disrespect to Kalisto. He's an incredible competitor. But he seemingly can never get the job done when it comes to these high-profile matches. As now, ladies and gentlemen, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kalisto, the bell has rung and we're getting right into the action. Okay, Shinsuke Nakamura, a bit more methodical, a bit more showman-like. Okay, a bit more of a hard striker, a bit more of a grappler than his opponent, Kalisto, who loves to do these, incredibly exciting maneuvers, turns it into a cover now. No, not even a one count. Okay, a lot more high fly, a lot more cruiserweight, some would say. Okay, loves to use those ropes to his advantage, as right now Shinsuke Nakamura pushes him towards those ropes in our main event of the evening. And now, oh, well, there you see that trademark Nakamura charisma. Okay, almost toying with Kalisto here, toying with his opponent. And now, oh, gets a big kick right to the face. Looks like Nakamura's about to do his come on taunt that he sometimes busts out in high-profile matches to play into his opponent's mind. However, right now, Kalisto, he is doing his best. He's doing everything he can to get the United States title, to take it away from him as he slams him down into another cover. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Okay, Kalisto, he is not out here to play any games. He doesn't want to play any of these mind games. He wants to beat the hell out of Nakamura as he flies to the outside. Okay, Nakamura, he loves to mess with his opponent. He loves to play with his opponent's minds. However, tonight, Kalisto, he isn't letting Nakamura break down those barriers in his mind. Instead, he's trying to break down Nakamura physically. He goes for the cover now off the springboard. 1, 2. No, and only a 2 count. Nakamura in the black and red attire. Kalisto, in his traditional colorful purple, green, yellow, red attire. And of course the black in the boots. However, right now, Kalisto gets taken down on the top of his head there with a back suplex. Absolutely devastating, as now Nakamura perhaps turning the tide side to his favor as he takes him down, going for a cover in his own right. One. No, only a 1 count on Kalisto, who very quickly gets up, trying to fight through the pain, but Nakamura continues to strike back here, as now, oh wait a second, he goes for another cover here. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count, trying to take every opportunity he can to somehow steal the victory, and steal that United States title away from Shinsuke Nakamura. However, Nakamura runs towards him, goes for a running strike, perhaps a knee to the gut, but instead Kalisto, gets another kick right to the stomach there. As now, Nakamura goes to pick him up there with that traditional back suplex, and instead gets a spike Hurricane Rana. And my god, the action here tonight is incredibly fast-paced as another Hurricane Rana connects. This time dropping him on his back. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. Shinsuke Nakamura, however, there you see getting up, trying to fight through the pain now, perhaps. As Kalisto, he's moving at a mile a minute here, and there you see Salida Del Sol, but immediately gets countered by Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, Nakamura countering the Salida Del Sol attempt, and Kalisto not looking too good, following the slam, and he gets a massive drop kick there off the middle turnbuckle. 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. Shinsuke Nakamura, in my opinion, should keep the pace slow. Okay, Kalisto, he likes to work a mile a minute here. As you can see, trying to fight back here against Shinsuke Nakamura. Kalisto needs to continue the pace, needs to continue that, quick pace! But instead, Shinsuke Nakamura stops him from gaining any sort of momentum here. Kalisto, okay, he's not looking too good. Shinsuke Nakamura, he needs to keep the pace slow and steady. Slow and steady will win the race here for Nakamura. But Kalisto, okay, he's trying to stop it from happening, bouncing him off the ropes. And now once again, these two men in a constant sprint here as Nakamura almost tries to pick up the pace in his own movements. 1, 2, off the Hurricane Rana. No, only a 2 count there. Okay, Nakamura in a constant sprint when Kalisto is in control of the situation, in control of the match. However, right now, Nakamura has him up on the top turnbuckle. He loves to use those ropes. He loves to climb the top turnbuckle, does Kalisto, and perhaps it could lead to his downfall here. But there you see Nakamura gets taken down. It looked like he was going for perhaps a German suplex off the top, and instead Kalisto flies back into the ring. Okay, Nakamura falling from the middle turnbuckle. As now, Kalisto waits for him to get up. Wait a second. Shinsuke Nakamura gets taken down! Salida Del Sol, 1, 2, no, and only a 2 count. Salida Del Sol connecting, yet Kalisto did not keep him down for the 3. Okay, Nakamura proving just how much he wants, just how much he needs this title. Now, look at that. Whoa, look at that! Shinsuke Nakamura gets taken down. I've never seen Kalisto do that. Okay, perhaps watching some old Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan tapes with that armbar connecting. However, right now, Shinsuke Nakamura takes him down. Now it seems as though he's perhaps saying, anything you can do, I can do better, with an armbar by Nakamura. And Kalisto now, not looking too good in the submission hold. But there you see Kalisto, he gets out of it. Nakamura gets up immediately, but he gets a kick to the gut for his troubles here. As now both men following the armbars, the armbar attempts by both men are in for a fight right now. With a knee right to the face, however, not quite a Kinshasa. Okay, that dangerous running knee strike by Shinsuke Nakamura that he's used to take out so many competitors here on Monday Night Raw. However, right now, he seems to be going up to the high rent district. He tried it before. Will it connect? And it does! And now he goes for the cover. 1, 2, no, only a 2 count off the superplex there. And Kalisto, look at that, trying to get up, trying to battle through the pain, runs towards him. Instead, Nakamura takes him down with a kick right to the gut. And you've got to think Kalisto, ladies and gentlemen, he's doing a damn good job here tonight against Shinsuke. And it looked like Shinsuke Nakamura was perhaps setting up, or perhaps, in his opinion, the finishing maneuver, perhaps a Kinshasa. But instead, Kalisto wisely rolling to the outside, Oh, however, he goes for an enziguri on the outside instead. He lands hard on his face. Oh, but he gets a punch to the face here tonight on Shinsuke Nakamura, throwing him into the corner post there. And Kalisto, who rolled to the outside to perhaps get some breathing room to buy himself some time here. Maybe using his environment to his advantage. As Shinsuke gets up, though. Shinsuke gets up. Both men battling through so much pain as, oh my god, Kalisto gets caught! Okay, being dropped on his lower back there does Kalisto. And Kalisto takes down Nakamura, who's trying his best to fight back, but so is Kalisto. But perhaps not, as Nakamura out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, out of nowhere, gets the job done. Okay, Kalisto, he tried his damnedest to beat Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. All the respect in the world for Kalisto, but Nakamura, okay, he fought through the pain. He took a Salida del Sol, but it wasn't enough. Shinsuke Nakamura then decides to climb up top to the high rent district. Both Kalisto and Nakamura both crashing into the mat before Nakamura's knee went crashing into Kalisto's face. But it seems as though something's happening up on the ramp. And oh, well, there you see the former United States champion himself. That's Roderick Strong, the man who wasn't pinned at all in that triple threat match at Elimination Chamber, getting a good look at the current champion as we are set to conclude this episode of Monday Night Raw. Good night, everybody.